If it wasn't clear already, I'm definitely milking the Steam Deck for all it's worth, and today we'll be looking at another video from someone who thinks Half-Life Alyx is trash, and that the Steam Deck is just a Switch ripoff. And both of those statements are obviously untrue, so without further delay, I'll let the video play. I had to speed that shit up because for some reason the guy decided it would be a great idea to have that still image as his 30-second long intro. I have no idea how someone could possibly think that's a good idea for an intro, but somehow he did.
Well, guys, we have to talk. We have to talk about this thing. Because this thing is probably the worst thing Valve has ever made in their entire lives.
That's a little bit over dramatic, let's be honest.
In their entire life as a company. From beginning to end. The worst thing. Worse than Steam issue.
If you think his comments here are ridiculous, then just get ready for the rest of the video. It progressively gets worse and worse, which frankly shouldn't be possible.
Worse than the Steam controller. Worse than Steam OS.
Who's going to tell him the Steam Deck uses an updated version of Steam OS?
Worse than Half-Life Alyx.
Half-Life Alyx is undeniably the best VR game to date, and to say it's bad is just a plain out lie, but I shouldn't be expecting any unbiased views from a guy who clearly has a massive hate boner for anything Valve related.
Worse than Valve Index.
Yet again, something Valve has made which is top of the class. The Valve Index is literally the pinnacle of VR headsets at the moment, plus it's one of the best selling VR products right now.
This right here is the worst thing that they've ever made. Now, you might be like, well, Brandon, look, Full Metal Kendo, you gotta understand. They are trying to compete with the Nintendo Switch.
My man, if you're going to be doing facecam videos with scripts, please for the love of God don't make it so obvious you're reading off of a script to your right, out of the view of the camera. At the very least, place it above the camera so you can actually talk to your viewers, instead of side-eyeing them the entire video. And no, the Steam Deck is not trying to compete with the Switch. Valve is merely trying to push more handheld gaming systems into the market.
Why?
Fucking hell, this acting is on par with a GCSE drama performance. I can feel each individual brain cell of mine slowly dying off one by one whilst watching this pile of shit.
Why are they trying to compete with the Nintendo Switch?
They are, but even still, the reason they're making the Steam Deck is to push more manufacturers into the handheld market and to make money.
Back in 2018 when I got it. I like the system. I have it plugged in over there on the TV right there.
And I think it's good.
What a stunning and brave statement to make. I'm so inspired by those truly stunning and brave comments.
I think it's good. I think the Nintendo Switch is really good.
If you ignore the fact it's blatantly overpriced out of date junk in 2021.
But Valve wants to compete with that. They want to be the next Nintendo or something and make billions of dollars. But the problem is they're never gonna do it. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. And they're just like, we have an AMD APU just as like the consoles do. Woo! Woo!
Goddamn, with content of this high quality, I have no idea why you only have 13 subscribers.
Oh my god. Fucking great. It's fucking great, man. I can't wait for this thing to fail so hard. Now don't get me wrong. I was thinking about buying one.
I'm gonna be honest here, it doesn't take a genius to figure out you're completely bullshitting here.
No, why would you buy one if you know it's... Why would you say buy one if you know it's gonna be if you think it's gonna be a failure? Well, just to see how it is. You know, is it a cool machine or is it a piece of crap that like I think it's gonna be? You know, why I kind of want to try it.
I highly doubt you have the money to throw around on new systems, considering the state of your room. I mean, what the fuck, dude? Go clean that up or hire a fucking cleaner. It honestly wouldn't surprise me if there was some mold in his room producing some fumes that he's breathing in, causing such horrifically bad takes.
But I think, personally, you're never gonna be the Switch.
In terms of sales figures, obviously no, but in terms of everything else, it has already beaten the Switch. Its specs are far superior for obvious reasons, and unlike the Switch, the Steam Deck isn't currently surrounded by negative PR.
Never gonna be the Switch. We're never going to grab that market. Because that market has chosen. He's been like, yeah, we are going to buy Nintendo Switch games, and we don't care about what Valve does or what Steam does, whatever.
Have you been living under a rock or something? Valve blew up the internet with the announcement of the Steam Deck, and the handheld market hasn't chosen Nintendo. It's been their only option for years. Plus, Steam isn't trying to grab Nintendo's audience as much as they are trying to get PC gamers to buy this, and undeniably they have. All the evidence you need is the fact that the Steam Deck won't be available until Q3 2022 if you reserve one when this video is being made. Oh, and the fact it crashed Steam worldwide.
And that's the end of that. You know, that's the end. That's the end of Valve. See, Valve's problem. The Epic Game Store buying Epic exclusives for their digital PC store. And what's Valve doing?
Watching Epic Games run their company like a bunch of incompetent fetuses. The Epic Games Store is losing Epic Games money. They haven't made any profit from it, because instead of actually trying to compete with Steam, Epic Games decided to try and monopolize the market, which PC gamers haven't taken kindly to. Valve and every company in gaming are literally sitting back and watching Epic Games burn their own store down.
They're making crap nobody cares about other than them. Like Half-Life Alyx, Steam OS, Steam machines, Valve Index.
Ah yes, because nobody cares about the best VR game made to date and one of the best selling VR headsets, which is consistently regarded to as the pinnacle of VR gaming, aka the Valve Index.
Oh my god. I just don't know anymore. I just don't know what is fucking wrong with them.
The irony is definitely strong here. We've got a guy who thinks the Epic Games Store is a success and that Half-Life Alyx plus the Valve Index are trash, talking about there being something wrong with Valve.
They are the dumbest fucking company in the fucking gaming industry.
I couldn't agree more. The company which owns the biggest gaming storefront on PC is a total failure. I always love it when these armchair intellectuals think they can run multi-billion-dollar companies better than the people running them.
Literally, they're so fucking dumb. They're seriously making these fucking terrible ass fucking products and decisions, and they don't even care about their legacy as a PC game developer.
If they didn't care about their past games, then Team Fortress 2 and CSGO wouldn't have any form of online support anymore, and they wouldn't have made Half-Life Alyx.
Making stuff like Half-Life 1, Half-Life 2, Half-Life Episode 1 and Episode 2, Left 4 Dead 1 and 2. Portal 1 and 2. And notice how most of these games don't have the number 3. Have you noticed that? You notice that? It's terrible.
Yeah, I'm sure nobody has noticed that. It's totally not been an ongoing meme for over a decade.
They are a shadow of their former selves. They're just like, we need to get people who are engineers and can engineer stuff and stuff like that so we can make our own products. It's like, why?
The same reason as every other company, money. It doesn't take a genius to figure this out, my guy. Also, they're trying to push the industry forward like they've historically done.
You guys are a PC game developer.
They haven't primarily been a game dev for over a decade. I'll never understand why these Nintendo fanboys are stuck in 2007 and still think that Valve is primarily a game developer.
And you're investing in engineers and not investing in games.
Well, yeah, because they haven't primarily been a game development company for over a decade. Like, the fuck is your point here? This has literally nothing to do with the Steam Deck.
See, that's the problem. That's why Epic is killing you guys.
Jesus Christ, what fucking world is this guy living in? Epic Games is a joke right now. Their main revenue source is Fortnite, but that's slowly dying. And the Epic Games store is literally losing them hundreds of millions of dollars. Steam is not being affected by Epic Games in the slightest.
You see, they are killing Steam.
I'm sorry, I fucking can't, man. I can't take this guy seriously at all. My man really thinks Epic Games are killing Steam with their storefront, which is losing them hundreds of millions of dollars. You can't make this shit up.
And getting the support of the developers. Because Valve doesn't care about the developers. Valve just cares about Steam and making a profit. And trying to make these products that they think are cool. They think are cool. But really, it's gonna fall flat on their face. And I'm gonna be there when it does. And I'll laugh at every single one of you who buys it.
I can't wait for the Steam Deck to come out and to watch these Nintendo fanboys try and cope even more. Because it'll give me even more content, and on top of that, it's fun watching these people try to cope with reality.
With the expectation that it's somehow innovative and cool. Oh my god, it's innovative, it's cool, Brandon, how dare you fucking make fun of it, it's fucking great.
You know what? I've never seen someone so good at reading scripts and so good at acting in my life.
Hell, even the Switch is a better idea than Steam Machine. And the Steam Deck.
Buying a Switch in its current state is a terrible idea, but I expect to hear nothing else from the likes of a Nintendo fanboy who thinks the Epic Games Store was a success. Comparing the Steam Deck and Steam Machine is incredibly incompetent as well, thanks to the fact that nothing alike and Valve didn't make this Steam Machine. Alienware did.
Horrible name, by the way. Steam Deck. Horrible. It's shitty. It sucks. No one cares.
I've low-key got to agree, a much better name would have been the Gabe Gear or the Gabe Boy. However, I don't think the name's that bad at all, and he's just trying to nitpick everything at this point.
Anyway, yeah, this is my video. If you like, hit the thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, share it with your friends.
No, I don't think I will.
I know I won't be liking the video or subscribing myself, and we have finally come to the end of that horrible video. So with all that being said, please do not forget to do all the things YouTubers love to beg you to do, aka check out my Discord server, my Twitter, as well as like, comment and subscribe. So I'll see you all in the next video.